Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning right now. I'm on my way home from doing this Uber thing, trying to get some extra faloosh, extra income in support of the family, in support of the business opportunities that I have coming my way. The one thing I just want to say, to my indigenous Shia brothers and sisters out there, that we are indigenous people, and we got our brother Musa, Shahid, and other brothers out there that's trying to find a way to give us economic freedoms and to really bring us together as a people. And that's something that we have to take very serious in this day and time. I mean, the brother has shown mad videos on, just small businesses, small business ventures that you can take part of if you in his city, or maybe somewhere in your own city where they got these flea market type situations where you could buy a spot very cheap and become a producer of business. Myself, I'm skilled in a number of trades where I've been supporting my family over the years with that, along with working for other people, and now also in the union. But it doesn't stop there. We take those skill sets, we take those or take that knowledge that we get from those other sources, and we put it into play when it comes to doing our own thing. And that's something that has to be talked about. Like, we have to start coming together and becoming producers. And we can't produce alone, man. I mean, we got to produce as family with our families. That's the major reason behind getting a family, is to obtain that economic sovereignty, to have those people that you can trust, that's not trying to rob you. And I'm talking about your immediate family, your wife, your children. They should be trustworthy. Your family should be trustworthy when it comes to you personally. You know what I mean? Everybody not gonna always go in that right direction. We got the proof from that in the Quran, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that even your children can be an enemy to you. Even your wife can be an enemy to you. Even your husbands can be an enemy to you. So we know this, but at the same time, we gotta use our families to help elevate us. There's no man out here who's gonna do it by himself. There's no man out here who has all the ideas. All I'm saying is that you brothers and sisters in this group, 89 members strong. Let's say, for instance, we get 100 members strong. Those 100 members donating $100 a month. 100 members donating $100 a month. You talking about $10,000. $10,000 right now will buy us a business under our indigenous Shia diaspora, and that $10,000 could possibly bring us double that every month, that we are able to put the right people in the right places to create more business, to go politic with other groups in other countries, even to show more economic stability. I mean, my goodness, 10,000 a month, 120,000 a year. That's business. That's homes. Getting to a point where, we complain about the white man not giving us money to start business. The white man not giving us money to buy houses. The white man not giving us money to buy vehicles. The white man charging us too much interest. The white man kicking our ass with riba. Well, we got over 60 million people in this country. And in this group, we have 100 members. Some other groups have 1,000 members. But when are we going to take the time out and say, what does it take for us to create our own banking institutions? where we're not going to charge you Reaper, brother or sister. We're not going to charge you Reaper. And you're going to be able to get this money with a 500 credit score because we own the institution. And we're going to make sure you got the ability to pay that money back. I mean, it's not difficult. It's not difficult at all. And I say that we as a indigenous Shiite group, we have to look to our brothers across the way, the aboriginals of North America, particularly the area of Philadelphia with the brother Ali Muhammad, and we see if we can get some kind of treaty with him so that we can start networking with him and getting this kind of knowledge. Because at the end of the day, the brother wrote a big book called the Economic Bible, where he's showing his practices that he's been doing for over the last 10 years to rid yourself of these problems with your credit, rid yourself of these problems when it comes to creating business and paying taxes. The brother already doing this stuff. So we got a blueprint already laid out that we can follow. You know what I mean? It's not taking anything away from us. We're going to take what's good from it and add to our own thing. And whatever else we don't like, we leave it. I mean, that's the way of the Muslim. That's what we do. That's what we do. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm just saying to my brothers and sisters out there that the time is now. The time is now. We have to stop making excuses. We have to stop procrastinating. And I say that for myself. May Allah remove procrastination from our bodies. You know, that's a reminder for me as well as you. Because there's no doubt that we have the knowledge. There's no doubt that we have the physical ability. There's no doubt that we got the mental aptitude to do these things. Now it's just us taking the time out, putting our heads together, creating our think tanks. 89 people, we should have a think tank. We should have a think tank. And we should have something that we can agree upon that we can do for business. And then commit from the members in this group. We're going to commit to putting out $25 a week. We're going to commit to putting out that $100 a month. Every member of this group, we're going to do this. Once put our think tank together, come up with the business venture, the business idea, and then we're going to fund it ourselves. We're going to fund it ourselves. And like I proposed to my brothers about the thrift store, about opening a thrift store, 5,000 square feet. You know, I used to be a manager at a thrift store. So I know those thrift stores make $45,000 a week. After all expenses, you're still looking at 20 grand every week. Because who's buying thrift store clothes? Nobody but the poor. When you could buy your child a pair of jeans for $1, for 50 cents, for $2, you could buy a sheet set for $5. You know, these are the kind of things that we need in our community. You know, that's one of the businesses I know that could be big, and we could put a couple of those up in certain areas, and we could make money for our people, for our group. We could give jobs to people in our group. We start to facilitate our own wealth in our group. Now we're forced to be reckoned with once we come together. Now we are forced to be reckoned with. You understand what I'm saying? Now people have to take us serious. But just sitting in the group and having a name, it don't mean nothing. Until you start to show the actions, what you plan on doing. When the people see what you're doing and they see that it's working, guess what? More people going to sign up. More people going to want to be a part of it. More people going to put that $100 in. And guess what that's going to do? That's going to grow more business. That's going to grow more power. The bigger our membership, the more power we're going to wield. I mean, the Jews do it. They show you. The JDL, they do it. Those Jewish groups, they do it. You know, when that boy got on TV, that former owner of that basketball team, and he said, what did Magic Johnson do for black people? You know what our people do for each other? We support each other. We give each other jobs. We send each other to school. We support each other's business. What did Magic Johnson do for you? You know what I mean? That's the kind of disrespect that Yahudi is thinking. That's the kind of disrespect that people give us all around the world. There's no doubt. Half of y'all don't know. We pay reparations to every group who's been done wrong. And we pay those reparations through our taxes. Through our tax dollars, we give these Jews money. Through our tax dollars, we give the Japanese money. Through our tax dollars, we give the Colombians money. Through our tax dollars, we give the Chinese money. Through our tax dollars, we give the Native Americans money. Everybody getting paid but us. But we ain't looking for no handouts. We ain't looking for no handouts. But we looking to create commerce. We looking to create business. That's what I'm talking about. We have to take this thing serious. It's not a game right now. It's not a game. We have to be on the forefront with these economic plans. We got to be on the forefront with putting our skills into play for each other. Where my brothers at that's carpenters, you know, electricians, you know, brothers like myself into the sheet metal, the heat and the air conditioning, the flooring masters, the brothers who can put down floors. I'm one of those too. You know, where we at? Where we coming together to rebuild these houses? Huh? You tired of paying rent? You need to buy yourself a house. I mean, if you're in a position where it's you, your child, your wife, and it's maybe, you know, you maybe have 2 kids. You know, my situation, I have 10 children, but maybe you got 2 kids. So my situation a little different from yours. You know, maybe you in the spot where you living with family members. Okay, in every single state, in every single municipality around this country, they got something called adverse possession. Adverse possession, meaning you took this property out in the open, in front of everybody, opened it up, went in it, fixed it, brought it back to life, and now you living in it, what they call squatting. But the legal term for it is called adverse possession. You went down there, you keep all your paperwork for every piece of work that you did on it. You keep your paperwork for all the taxes you paid on it, all the water that you paid on it, and you keep that. And if you happen to live in that house for 10 years or more, depending on the municipality that you in, some places say 7 years, some places say 10, some say 15, some say 20. After that time, you go into what's called the orphan court and file for possession of that property. And it can become yours, free of charge. Free of charge. Where you might not be able to afford to pay a rent right now of $1,000 or $2,000. So you have to do what you have to do. You have to do what you have to do. But we don't know these things because we're not coming together. The cracker doing it every day though. He's doing it every day. They squatting every day, all day. Anywhere they can squat at. But half of them don't even have the knowledge of adverse possession. Look it up. See what I'm talking about. Adverse possession is a legal term. It's legal to do. So why are you letting all the abandoned houses sit on the block and you saying that you ain't got no place to live, you homeless? Why? I'm just trying to figure that one out. You know, these are the type of things that we need to have in place. These are the plans that we need to have in place. You know, nobody should be homeless in my estimation. Nobody. You know? Nobody shouldn't have food because we should be growing our own food. We should be growing our own food resources. That's one thing that me and my wife talked about, that we're going to get a jump on it before the spring starts, tilling our soil, getting our ground ready so we can plant us some watermelons, some tomatoes and different vegetables in our garden that we could feed our family with. You know, that we might not have to go out and buy from the store. You know, we might even build a chicken coop. So now I got fresh eggs every day. You know what I mean? I mean, it's different things that we can do. But we could do them as a group if we close by, if we close together. But we can still share that kind of information. You know what I mean? Like information on what they call biodomes. A biodome is like a greenhouse, except it's in a sphere. You build a sphere. You build a circular house, and it's a special paper that you use to cover it with, that brings in that sunlight, them sun rays in, where you could grow food up to minus 22 degrees in temperature. You can have that biodome grow you food all year long, strawberries and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? The brother name is not a brother, but cracker, but he give out a lot of information. Name is Casper. Look him up. Put in biodomes, Casper, and you'll see the seminar that he done on biodomes. Him and his wife live in South America. Now they left the U.S. and moved to South America, where it's 80 degrees all year long. You know what I mean? But we still here. You know, the cracker know that he got to move out. If he want to have some type of real success, we got to start utilizing those same thought patterns in a bigger way, because people want us to move where they are. You know what I mean? You know, not only that, but he also did a seminar on aqua farming, where your plants grow 3 times bigger and 3 times faster if you have a fish farm growing underneath of them, meaning those gases and that the minerals from the water with the fish and all that, they come together inside the biodome. You create like a little ecosystem in there, where you growing plants at 2 to 3 times the size. You know, 2 to 3 times faster. What took 6 months to grow will only take 4 months, 3 months to grow. That's another seminar they did. Big on it, but that's stuff that can help our community. You know what I mean? Where we can start to have our own. You know, we can start to have our own, put our own things into place where we can become successful. You know what I mean? You know that, like I said, the donations from this group, $100 a month, it can go a long way. $10,000 can buy us a toilet paper machine, where we can manufacture our own tissue, our own paper towels. Huh? Why we funding we the indigenous Shia of America, but we funding the Jews every time you buy Scott tissue, every time you buy Cottonelle. You funding the Jewish companies. The Jews in Israel use a percentage of the money that they get from the tissue that you wipe your behind with to fund the wars against the Palestinians. But this is something that's not talked about. It's something that we don't know. It's something that some knowledge that we're not privy to. You know what I mean? This is where our think tank's coming in. We don't know that. So we need to get up and buy our own tissue, make our own tissue, become producers. If we sold 10,000 rolls a month, we did a good job. You know what I mean? No feed is too big or no feed is starting out too small that can't grow bigger. You know what I mean? You might start off selling 100 rolls a week. Next thing you know, you're selling 10,000 rolls a week. Tissue and paper towels. Huh? All we need is a warehouse and a machine. You know what they use? If you go on YouTube and you watch the video with the people over in India, they took all kinds of paper from all over the place, put it in a machine that bleached it out and made tissue out of it that they packaged up and probably sold to us. We don't know where that paper came from, but we buy it every day. We buy it every day. And we get bells and bells of tissue. Bells and bells of newspapers to make tissue out of, among other things. You know? We become manufacturers. That's a dying thing in this country. Everything is imported. Doesn't mean that we have to import it. We can make it right here. Give some more brothers and sisters jobs. Huh? That's all I'm saying, brothers and sisters. That we gotta think deep. We gotta think big. And we gotta start making moves. May Allah bring us, the indigenous Shia of America, success as both a group and as individuals. And may we continue to work together, take these things serious, come together and make beautiful music called success. What we call tawfiq in Islam, that which is bigger than success. And we can do it because we care about each other, because we want the best for each other. And when we have that as a foundation, along with this deen of Islam, then I tell you, brothers and sisters, we can't be stopped. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.